local press stand.
Yeah, Representative Shipley, I want you to talk about the importance of his position on the vaccine liability protections, removing those from the manufacturers. And then my question for you is, isn't it obvious the media is excluding you? I think there's a couple candidates on CNN tomorrow night. I think Fox News has done town halls all week with other candidates. And are you going to take Greg Gutfeld up on his invitation for a town hall?
I am going to take Greg Gutfeld up on his invitation for the town hall. I think that the logistics of that, we have planned events, and I keep my commitments to the people we have here. But I think I'm going to give Greg Gutfeld a call and see if we can do something before the Iowa call. Because let's try to do something. Might as well do it on Thursday or Friday. I mean, what day is today? Tuesday. So I think that's actually far more fluid and organic, and good for Greg Gutfeld. Good for Tucker. Good for people who are able to think independently outside of the programmed mind of the Overton window that's about as narrow as can be right now of what ideas we're even able to explore in our politics. And so I was thinking about that, and the more I've had a busy couple of days focused on a lot, but I thought about it today. I'll take Greg up on that. That's my answer to that. And yes, it is obvious. I mean, the media does not want me in this race. Look at the BS that they're printing. They're, I think, belying even their own often low journalistic standards to be able to write a narrative for this race that's designed to dupe the people of this country. And I don't think that we should let them get away with it. I also think that local press is one of the best checks that we have on centralized national media. I think there's two checks. One is a thriving local press, which sadly, one of the things I've learned traveling the States, you have some great reporters at local papers trying to do good independent journalism, but that have been choked out because of the nature of a consolidated business model. And the other check is a free and open internet, which frankly allows people to reach people directly through podcasts or otherwise. As a business matter, that's a far more promising economic proposition. I think we're going to have to figure out how the economics of local press can work, because I think it's a loss for this country to see the disappearance of local press. I think being part of this process in Iowa has opened my eyes to how important that really is. And I think it's sad, and I think it's somewhat concerning that one of the two main checks that we have on the mainstream media, that's why I'm trying to be a third. If it's a one-man effort, hopefully others actually take that on. It's not shouldn't be the job of a politician, but we need checks on the mainstream media. We have one of them in the rise of a free and open internet. Grateful for folks like Elon Musk and others to have actually the ability to put the financial backing behind future alternatives to centralized media. But I think that the local press's ability to check that is disappearing, and I think that's going to be a problem for this country unless we do something about it.
Yeah, just one note on that BRICS question, because again, this is one of the reasons why I think you're so worthy of support. Here's an issue that is going to restructure the international order and affect the lives of Americans in a very profound way for many years to come. Yet how many of Americans are in the dark it's even happening because the mainstream media is not reporting on the important issues. So that's another reason, thank you for your leadership on addressing that head on, because it's just so profoundly important, and so few people understand it the way they need to. On the vaccine liability question, I think that just shows someone who's willing to solve problems and willing to address the root of the problem. So when we talk about, anti-vax versus vaccine, it's really not about that at all. It's about the proper assignment of liability for when things go wrong. So if you reform that issue, you'll never hear the anti-vax argument again. And I know some people get really annoyed by those people. They'll all go away because all they're asking for is just making sure that if products are harmful, that there's a way to remedy
justice.
that.
But in this one case, any other manufacturer can make a product. If it harms you, you can sue them in the tort system. But for this one kind of product, somehow there's this special shield of liability. And can somebody explain to me, because I don't know what the hell happened here, why in the middle of the fourth debate where I gave my answer to that question, why was that censored? Why in the online stream of a Republican National Committee's presidential debate between four candidates was one answer excised during the live stream of that debate, right before they stop hosting debates and the networks decide what the Overton window is and what can and cannot be listened to?
Well, so I'm glad that got out, because again, it just shows we're going to solve problems, and I lost my train of thought, but it's just really impressive that you
Censorship.
just address the issue head on, because how many people know about this and it's affecting us in a profound way, and it just needs to be talked about. So again, I'm just really.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
I heard about it on Twitter. I didn't see it live.
I was shocked when I saw it. Does anybody know actually what happened there? It's sort of weird.
Did they give an official response?
What do you think it was?
I have no idea. I'm tethered to facts. It is beyond bizarre that when you're giving a response that runs against the interests of the very people who are the advertisers on television and the advertisers on that debate, that the thing goes dark just while I'm speaking. And it rhymes with a pattern we've seen ever since.
This isn't
I
supposed
think
to
it was pretty lame that CNN ended the town hall 5 minutes early. I think that it's pretty lame that you see the Overton window close a bit. Those are hard facts, and I'd love for somebody to explain to me what the heck happened.
This is another topic, but this isn't supposed to be a gotcha question or anything. But do you think it's possible that, we've been talking about the mainstream